Hello and welcome to day 29 of the big hatch. You might notice that the chicks are still in the brooder next to me, but we're about to move them into the bigger brooder in the barn. That means that the webcam will be going off for a little while. We're going to try to set it up so that it watches them in the barn for the next few weeks, but we'll have to do that later on this evening. You've probably seen as well that the chicks are getting quite big in this brooder now, and when they run around and play around, they're actually not got much space to stretch their wings and stretch their legs, so the big brooder is definitely the place for them to go. Let's go and put them into the big brooder. We've just put the chicks into their new brooder. It'll probably take them a little while to get used to it. It's quite a bit bigger than the brooder they were in before. It'll take them a little while to find the heat lamp and their food and their water, but they will find them. I've decided that as Boris is so small and a few days younger than the other chicks, I thought we'd keep him inside in a brooder for a few days longer until he's just a little bit bigger and more feathered. I've also decided that it would be a bit unfair to keep him on his own, so I've kept two chicks in with him. We've kept Margaret, the one who was the last hatched, as she's also a little bit younger, and we've kept one called Winnie, who's a really calm little chick. They'll keep him company until the three of them are a bit bigger, and then they can come out here and join their friends. We'll leave the chicks in here now to get on, and I'll come out and film them again later on so that I can show you some more footage of how they've settled once they found their food, their water, and familiarised themselves with their surroundings. I'm about to show you some pictures of the chickens' feathers today. You'll probably notice that they've grown even more. Some of the chickens have got really big feathers on their wings now, and their tail feathers have grown a little more too. Today's challenge is to see if you can look at the growth chart for the chicks and then see if you can show how one of the chicks has grown in height. It could be that you draw a graph of this, or maybe you could draw a picture of the chick at its different stages of growth, measuring carefully the height it actually is and drawing your pictures of the chick that size. And maybe you could be really clever and show how the feathers have changed as well as it grows older. I'll leave that one up to you. It's time for me to go now. But because the chicks have gone into their big brooder, we're going to change the big hatch a little bit. We're now going to do it every week on a Wednesday and a Saturday, and each week I will show you how the chicks have continued to grow and talk about what they've been doing that week. I will continue to measure the weight and the height of our 4 chicks every day, and I'll put these on the growth chart for you to look at next week. We'll see you again on Wednesday. Bye!